Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Gust is absent. Trustee Jensen?
Right here.
Trustee Miller?
Here.
Trustee Addison?
Here.
Trustee Sittig is absent. Trustee Wells?
Here.
Attorney Ferrello?
Here.
Mayor Hooker?
Here.
And Clerk McDonald is here.
All right, we have a quorum. If you would rise and join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will you stay standing and sing happy birthday to our attorney?
I was going to surprise him with that later, but, well,
I was telling the mayor, 35 isn't as bad as everybody makes it out.
well,
35?
liar, liar. Hey, look out. All right, then. Golly, you know, we had a room full of people of the public last meeting, and it was heartwarming to see people involved in the process. And I thought maybe one or two would spill over from the last meeting, and
They'll be back once that restaurant.
I did ask them to come back, so I suppose. Well, this is the time for public comment on any agenda items. If you'd like to address the board on any agenda items, you could come up to the podium. Okay, we'll have another opportunity later. Next up, we have our consent agenda, which includes the following: approval of the village board regular meeting minutes from September 23rd. Bills presented for payment in the amount of $276,740.30. Everything okay over there? Okay, good, good. Annual Treasurer's Report for the year end April 30, 2021, and the Community Development Report for September of 2021. Do we have anything that the board would wish to consider separately? Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Trustee Miller, second by Trustee Addison. Any discussion? All right, roll call, please.
Trustee Jensen?
Aye.
Trustee Miller?
Aye.
Trustee Addison?
Aye.
Trustee Wells?
Aye.
Motion carries. Mayor's report. Well, first off, I understand that Casey's came in asking for their permit today. So that means they'll have it shortly, because I asked if they paid for it yet, and the answer was no, that wasn't quite ready to be issued, but at least they were asking for it. So in the next couple days, I assume? Yeah, excellent. So yes, that's a wonderful thing. And I was going to save this national holiday discussion for later, but since Mark brought it up already, it is our attorney's birthday today, and anyone guilty of having a birthday on a board meeting night is tortured with singing. So if everyone would like to sing happy birthday to our attorney, James.
It's a mandate, Mayor.
I always start by saying, "Don't leave me hanging," but I'll sing it alone if I have to, by golly.
But
So
because we got diversity training and the harassment, we don't do the spanking machine?
no spanking machine. Yep.
Thank goodness.
And as we would say, and a one, and a two. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jimmy. Happy birthday to you. Well, you said you're only 35, so yay.
Thank you. Very kind.
I'd say let's blow out some candles, but I just found out about it.
I've been doing this a long time, and that's the first
Yeah.
time that's happened. I really appreciate it.
Well, it was nice of you
That's
to,
really nice.
Which, the birthdays you've been doing a lot?
No, the law thing. The law thing.
Boards just don't sing.
About 29 years, and boards don't sing. But you guys sing.
Wait a minute, so you started doing this when you were 7?
I was like 7, 8-ish.
Okay,
I'd say.
okay,
You know?
that makes sense.
You're a special guy, Jim.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Or as I
Appreciate
like to
that.
say, you made it through another one.
Thank you. Yep.
All right. Okay, we'll move into trustee reports. First up, we've got Trustee Jensen with the Finance
Thank
Committee.
you, Mayor. I do have a couple items. First,
The one I'm sure you're all waiting for is the announcement of the date of our next Finance Committee meeting. It's the 27th of October. We will probably meet downstairs here. We may move into this room if we have an overflow crowd. But that's that one.
Nice try.
Now for the agenda items. I have an item here, item 5A1, and it's a comprehensive annual financial report and audit for fiscal year ending April 30, 21. For those of us in the know, that's called the CAFR, just in case you were wondering. And I believe we have a representative from our auditor's firm here that would like to read this in great detail to us.
Bedtime stories. If you could sing it, that would even be better.
I know Ann. Her name is Ann, and she's either Ann Principal or she's a principal with Waterbach and Amon, and she's 13 years old, according to the note I was handed.
We have some overachievers. 13-year-old auditor and 9-year-old lawyer.
My name is Ann Scales, and I'm a principal with Waterbach and Amon. I've been there for 13 years. That's great to have here with you tonight. I worked with Peggy for a number of years, but this is actually the first time I've met her in person, so that was very exciting tonight. I'll just go over the annual, comprehensive annual management report that you have in front of you. If you have any questions at any time, just feel free to interrupt. Page 1 of the report is the audit opinion. We found an unmodified opinion as auditors. Basically means everything that we tested was materially correct and all the internal controls that we reviewed were also sound. The pages, page 1 through 6, that's the introductory section of the report. So it includes the organizational charts, the principal officials, and then the prior year certificate of achievement. And then the next section of the report is the financials, which starts with the audit opinion. Page 13 starts the management discussion and analysis. If you read anything in the report, I would suggest reading those 10 pages. It's a great comparison, direct comparison to current fiscal year as well as to the fiscal year 2020. Has some nice charts and graphs that go along with the material. Page 28 starts the financials. So the first two statements are the full accrual statements. So this will include capital assets and long-term debt. The first one was the balance sheet, showing that the governmental activities had an ending net position of $46 million, and the business type had an ending net position of $11.6 million. The next page is the statement of activities or income statement. This shows that the governmental activities increased about $2 million. This increase is due to a lot of fluctuation and increases related to state taxes and property taxes that the village received during the fiscal year. And the business type of activities increased $19,000. On page 36 starts the modified accrual statements. So this will be governmental funds that do not include capital assets or long-term debt. I'll highlight a few of those funds for you. General fund increased $52,000 for an ending fund balance of $3 million. Again, this increase was due to some increase in taxes and then also a decrease in expenditures for the fiscal year. Motor fuel tax increased $437,000 for an ending of about $683,000. This was due to the Rebuild Illinois program revenue that the village received. And then the construction fund increased $1.2 million for an ending of $3 million. This was due to a lot of the majority of the construction type capital projects being deferred until the next fiscal year because of the COVID. Page 40 is the enterprise business type water sewer fund financial statements. So it's kind of a repeat of the statements that are shown on the statement of activities. It shows that the water sewer increased $19,000 for an ending again of the $11.6 million. Stayed pretty consistent to the prior fiscal year. Page 46 starts the notes to the financial statement. So I'll highlight a few of those. Page 55 is the deposits and investment footnote. So this shows the Page 67 is the IMRF pension disclosures. You'll see that the net pension liability decreased for the village, $373,000, bringing it to no longer be a net pension liability, but rather a net pension asset for about $245,000. Page 77 starts the fund financial statements. So each fund for the village has its own statement showing detail of the revenues and expenses that tie back to the front of the schedule. It's also showing the final and original budget that the board approved with actual activity. Page 113 is the last section of the comprehensive report, the statistical section. This offers some nice 10-year trend information for the village, showing some financial, revenue, debt, and operating activities, again, for the last 10 years. There were 2 management letter comments that we issued. That's the small little packet, other bound that we have. The first one is more of just an informational comment related to the GASB pronouncement on leases that we implemented in 2023. The second comment is just the TIF funds showing the deficit fund balances again. Just wanted to thank Peggy again for all of her work and helping with the audit, all the way from Andrew's conference to me today. It was great working with her as always, getting everything wrapped up in a timely manner.
Good. I'm sure everybody read and studied this in great detail, but now is your chance.
It's really nice to see one of those TIFs is out of the red and into
Yes.
the black.
Yes, that is good.
That's very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the recommendation. Let's get some development there. How about that?
That's a good record.
There's an idea, right?
All right. Well,
Well, if anything comes up, Peggy has my email.
yep.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Ann.
Thank you very
And
much.
you're welcome to stay and enjoy the rest of the show. It gets better.
I'm sure it does, but I will probably.
We are running really late, though.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor, I'm not done yet.
I know.
I have another item, 5A, Roman little numeral double I.
But did we,
I'm sorry, 5, yeah, 5.
we do need that motion.
I didn't see that as a motion in our packet here. We're supposed to move to.
Yeah.
It is as on the
On the agenda.
I didn't, I'm sorry, I missed that part. I'll be happy to read that. Thank you. I don't have an iPad, I have paper.
Right here.
All right, backtracking, A small I. Motion to, I'm hereby offering a motion to accept the comprehensive annual financial report and audit, also known as CAFR, for the year ending April 30, 2021.
Second.
We have a motion by trustee Jensen, second by trustee Miller. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Addison.
Aye.
Trustee Wells.
Aye.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, and now on to 5A2. This one is in my packet as a resolution, so I'll read it as such. A resolution authorizing the Village Beach Park to enter into agreement with Municipal Collection Services, LLC, parenthesis MCSI, whatever that means. And this is the same company we've been using, right? 2019, yeah.
Yep.
So that is a motion for your
Second.
consideration.
Motion by trustee Jensen, second by trustee Miller. Any discussion here? It's just a continuation and a name change. All right.
I couldn't find any Scrivener's errors in this one, so
Okay.
There's some blue text, so somebody got to it before you. Couple of deletions.
All right. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Addison.
Aye.
Trustee Wells.
Aye.
Trustee Jensen.
aye.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And that concludes my presentation, Mayor.
All right. Well, trustee Gus isn't here. I was wondering if maybe trustee Miller wanted to
Me.
tackle this next
About the clerk.
controversial.
Oh, all right, sure. Trick or treat's coming up, and I guess the governor is going to let us have trick or treat this year, so he
You
says.
just have to wear a mask.
Yeah, just, yeah, make sure you wear your mask. The village, this says the village could designate Sunday, October 31st from 2 to 5. Is that what we were voting on tonight?
I think the village
Yeah.
should designate that.
I think
Would
we
be a
should
good,
too.
Would be a good
Okay.
choice.
I'll make a motion then to do so.
We have a motion by trustee Miller, second by trustee Addison to designate Halloween Day from 2 to 5 as the day for trick or treating. What a great idea. I'm sure there'll still be criticism. It's still light out, it's not light enough, it's cold that day, it's raining. I'm sorry, is my mic on? Oh, boy.
Your cynicism is broadcasting loud and clear.
All across the interwebs. Oh, boy. Okay, well, we have a motion and no discussion? All right, then roll call, please.
Trustee Wells.
Aye.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Addison.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, moving on to Planning, Building, Zoning Committee. Trustee Wells?
Thank you, Your Honor. I have no report.
No report, all right. Then moving on to Public Relations and Intergovernmental Committee. Trustee Miller?
Thank you, Your Honor. First item for the board's consideration tonight has to do with amending our agreement with Lake County for the 2018 CDBG grant money. Way back in 2018, the county allocated $85,000 in CDBG funds to the project that has to do with infrastructure improvements at Wadsworth and Sheridan Road, the intersection. However, we've had a few delays since then, so you're not going to be able to be completed in the schedule of the original grant acceptance. So this is a means to amend that time frame. And so what we're going to be voting on tonight is to make a change that will amend the project schedule so that work on the water main is now newly anticipated to be completed by the end of December 2021. And this is in line with the village priorities to work with other governmental agencies and obtain grants where possible. No impact to our budget. These grant funds have been carried over from 2019 already. So with that, I would offer a motion to adopt a resolution authorizing an amendment to the agreement with Lake County for the 2018 CDBG grant implementation.
We have a motion by trustee Miller.
Second.
Second by trustee Addison. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Actually, I might have asked this before, but can we amend this again or something to go dramatically wrong with?
Yeah, I believe they would allow us to amend it again, but as the mayor said, also on the agenda tonight's awarding that construction contract for that water main in this project, so.
It's looking good.
And Casey's coming in for their permitting. The plan is to get it done by December, yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good.
All right. Roll call, please.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Addison.
Aye.
Trustee Wells.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, and next, I have been told that the village has received an award. We all remember the Northern Lakeshore Trail Connectivity Plan project that we've been involved in for quite some time. Beach Park was the lead agency on this project, and we continue to act as the lead. This is a collaborative effort between Beach Park, Waukegan, Zion, North Chicago, Winthrop Harbor, and the IDNR. The group has placed an emphasis on prioritizing projects of regional benefit. And this is all about improving mobility and access to neighborhoods, businesses, and natural areas. And we are now taking one of the steps to initiate Phase 1 study for bicycle and pedestrian improvements. And this was referenced also in our Community Development Director's report. You had a meeting in September, I believe, with the Federal Highway Association, something to do with moving it forward, yeah. And so show and tell, a little show and tell, nice little plaques
Well, there you go.
for our display case somewhere. And thank you again to staff for all the hard work that's been done and a lot more to come, it sounds like. It's a big deal, big, long project. So that's just a little nice news to have. Then thirdly, it's Carey postcard time. Lions Woods, they will be doing another controlled burn. So when you see the smoke arising from Lions Woods, it's the forest is not on fire, literally in a bad way. It's on fire in a good way. So just remember they're doing things to clear out the buckthorn, the invasive plants, and it's some good use of our tax dollars, I think.
So does that mean after they do that, that's when they start shooting the deer?
Oh,
Or do
maybe.
they-
Yeah,
do
that
they
starts in
light the fire
December.
and chase the deer all to one end and then shoot them?
I don't know. I don't want to talk about that.
They do the culling of the herd out there. It would be good to know that the gunshots in Lions Woods are because they're shooting at deer.
It would be, wouldn't it? But we can only hope. So that's that. And then lastly, I understand that Saturday, October 23rd, coming up, will be Prescription Drug Take Back Day. We do this in collaboration with the Lake County Sheriff's Office and the United States DEA. Time will be 10 a.m. to 2, the Village Hall upstairs or down? Upstairs, okay. All drop-offs are anonymous, and certain things are accepted, certain are not accepted. Example of not accepted are anything injectable or syringes. So, another one, I think they do a really good job. They collect a lot of items that might end up in the wrong place were they not dropped off here. So we thank the Sheriff's Office for doing that, and we were happy to be a part of it. And that's all I have tonight.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Trustee Siddick is not here for Public Safety Committee. Is there any report on her behalf that we're aware of? I know we've got our new Sheriff's Office liaison.
It's got to be one of the two, you.
Zinkowicz. How to do? Sorry. I like to call him Phil. Did you have anything, I know we just met, but was there anything that you wanted to share or?
No, other than just, I'm not new to the Village Beach Park.
Yep.
It used to be the contract car back when I started 16 years ago. Phil Zinkwitz, if you need for spelling, it's Z like zebra, INKOWICH. I've been Sergeant of the Highway Patrol in other divisions for the last 6 years. And so I met with the mayor and the village administrator. So I look forward to working with you. And if you ever have any questions, my door's always open, my phone's always on. So please don't hesitate to ask. I don't have anything prepared for tonight because I just found out on Thursday, but first time on Tuesday. So I will be at the next board meeting and make sure I do have something.
Great. Thank you.
Is this a primary role for you, or is it what else do you do?
I'm actually on day shift highway patrol. So
This is
my main position is highway patrol. I also run our Explorer program through the Boy Scouts of America and the Sheriff's Office.
Do you do other communities, or are we your only client?
As a
So far, you're
liaison.
the only one, but with the attrition we've been going through, who knows, I might get them all.
And you're not, are you going to be to replace Cavalli now as the official spokesmodel on TV and all that?
This face is not me. He does a very good job. So he's in his role there, and he's been promoted to deputy chief in charge of our court security division.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Welcome aboard.
Thank you very much. All right. Moving on to the entertainment for tonight, we have the Public Works Committee, Trustee Patterson.
That's a lot of pressure.
You can handle it.
There is one item on the agenda. It is connected with the discussion that Trustee Miller had earlier with the extension of the CDBG grant money. We went out to bid on the water main extension project at the corner of Wadsworth that will make it possible for Casey's to connect in the place they need to connect. So it was a cooperative thing. The low bidder in this case was Campanella and Sons of Wadsworth in the amount of $115,867.98. But like Trustee Miller said, about 74% of that money will be getting paid, if my math is correct. And I used the calculator.
Oh, well, there you go.
About 74% of that cost will be paid by the grant that we're receiving. So I think it's a good deal for everybody. So there isn't any other questions, I will make a motion to award the contract for the water main extension at Wadsworth and Sheridan to Campanella and Sons at the aforementioned price. So I don't have to say that again.
We have a motion by trustee Otterson.
I'll second that one.
Poking him. Second by trustee Jensen. Apparently an involuntary second, but a second nonetheless.
Well, she's so quick, I give up.
Like poking the bear.
Oh, boy. Any discussion on whatever it was that Mark just said? All right, then I guess we need to take a vote, so please call the roll.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Addison.
Aye.
Trustee Wells.
Aye.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And just, I don't even know if it's official, but I did hear a rumor that Campanella is being contracted by the general contractor on this property to do all of it.
Well, that'll work well.
So that, because part of the water main extension is in an area that the earth needs to be raised quite a bit, so that has to be done first.
Yep.
Before the main can be buried, otherwise the water main would be out of the ground. So I think it worked out well that they're doing the whole project, all of the site work, so
Good.
I think that may be a reason for the favorable bid too, because they knew they were going to be on site. Possibly.
They wouldn't have to fight with anybody else.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
So that concludes the Public Works entertainment.
All right, thank you very much. I have nothing to report on behalf of the TIF committee. Any late-breaking staff announcements?
No, other than staff.
Thank you very much. I have no old business. Is there any new business to come before the board?
I just want to point out that I was almost late for this meeting because of cut-through traffic. Apparently, I don't know if Mark saw it, there was an accident on Sheridan Road, apparently.
I did not cause it, but I did see.
Yeah, you were rushing to get here and cut somebody off. At any rate, a lot of traffic and cutting through my neighborhood, not that I mind that much, but what that tells me is when they shut the Sheridan Road down for that detour, it's going to be a disaster.
Yep.
We'll need to get police officers to direct traffic to get in and out of the subdivision there on Wadsworth Road.
Yeah, we know the official detour route, but that doesn't change for the people that end up on Sheridan Road anyway.
No.
And so
I
you're
mean, you
right.
can put up local traffic only signs and all that, but it won't make any difference.
Speaking of road closures, we also have, I think it's Wadsworth Road being closed tomorrow.
York House, I think it is, right? York House at the railroad tracks?
I know they're doing both.
Not at the
I don't
same
know
time.
which one is which.
Tomorrow,
Wadsworth is tomorrow.
or today.
The signs were up today, but they did not close it.
Okay, so-
So I'm assuming tomorrow morning it'll be.
Okay.
closed. It's a 3-day project, and then hopefully they'll wait until that 3 days is up before they close York House, because I believe that's part of the detour for the Wadsworth.
It is.
Wadsworth from what to what?
Just the train track, well, from
West of Green Bay.
Delaney
Oh.
to, between Green Bay and Delaney.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So.
They are once again fixing that railroad crossing.
Yeah.
For the
The never-ending project.
several of time.
Yep. All right. Well, then, we have no cause for, oh, wait. Carrie? Phil? Citizens wishing to address the board?
5-minute limit.
That's not nearly enough time if she wants to yell at me. Ooh, do, do, do.
Only if you have it coming.
Well, I usually have it covered. That's what I say, just get on the list there. We have no cause tonight for an executive session. So-
Mayor?
Yes.
It'd be my pleasure to offer a motion to adjourn.
I would accept that motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. And would the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Addison.
Aye.
Trustee Wells.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you very much.